Hi, my name's Ciara.
Hi, I'm Romy.
And this is
The Lean. Welcome back, listeners.
Welcome back to the final installment of season 1.
I know. I can't believe it's the final episode either. It's so weird. And in such a bizarre time in the world as well. You know.
It's been a journey. It's been a journey through season 1. We've learned a lot of things.
We've met a lot of people.
You know.
We've realised how much work a funny dream like a podcast can be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like, this season was so cool, but I'm also kind of glad that we've got a break coming up because this was time and energy. Seemed like such a simple idea when we started out.
Seemed like such a great idea. That's no problem. We can bop those out every week.
Boom, boom, boom. We can't. No, we really couldn't. It started out well. I think I was looking back over the episodes on our platform and it's like 1 on the first week, 1 on the second week, 3-week pause. 3-week pause. 10-day pause.
Yeah, we've learned a lot. We've also learned that we speak so fast.
Oh my god. Nothing worse than
so
interpreting yourself to begin with, but then to hate yourself because you speak so quickly.
So fast.
Do you know, and we even were like, okay, if we're speaking this quickly, let's do it in sign language first to like slow ourselves down, to give ourselves the opportunity to then put it back in English. No, that was equally as tough because it turns out we sign as quickly as we speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been asked that. People have asked me, do you do it in sign first or do you do it in English first? And we've done it both ways.
We have. Yeah.
Both ways equally as challenging when you speak.
Yeah.
As fast and at times obscure as we do.
And there have been moments looking back and listening to ourselves that we're like, what is going on?
Just don't make sense sometimes. So I apologise to everyone out there that's listened or watched and is wondering what is she talking about.
To be honest, we don't even know, and we've had to translate ourselves. But we also, fortunately, had amazing guests that made the podcast more bearable.
Certainly.
Yeah.
If you cast your mind back to our first guests, which were Aisling and Orla, that came on to talk about team interpreting.
Little Terps, reunited.
Makes the dream work.
It does indeed. And we're kind of figuring out what made it work and what doesn't make it work. And Orla said very well, you know, leave the ego at the door and just work as a team. You're there for your clients after all.
Exactly. Which led on nicely to our next episode with Teresa Lynch, where we spoke about deaf interpreting and the importance of being open with your team and all working together. And it's not a competition, it's very much like a team building experience.
I mean, deaf interpreters definitely have skills and nuances that we don't, and it's something that we need to be using and promoting more. They are phenomenal colleagues and we shouldn't be intimidated by that.
No. We're all there for the same reason.
That's
at the end
it.
of the day. Yeah,
exactly. For the triadic experience. But what's most important before you come onto a job now, Ciara?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, Romy, because it's very important to prepare before a role.
Would that have maybe been episode 4 I just led us into?
I think that was episode 4, joined by Cormac Leonard.
Oh, the wonderful Cormac.
Who said that that preparation is a verb, not a noun.
It's so true.
A great saying, a great phrase. We'll continue to use that into the future.
Yeah, I was working with him recently and I was really utilising a lot of the tips he gave on the podcast, you know, because the person we were working with didn't give us a lot of info, but Cormac and I had like big conversations and started researching, went down a YouTube rabbit hole, just watching video after video. Makes the world a difference.
Exactly. Makes a huge difference.
It does. And you know what's also important? I feel like I'm creating these segues just for like kicks.
Linkage.
You know, because Ciara, preparation on the job is important, but preparation and looking after yourself is also important. See that?
Smooth.
Didn't even prepare it.
Woo! It's true, Romy. Some would say self-care is at the centre of everything. That everything goes back to self-care. And what more important time is there to think about self-care than now?
Totally.
As we found ourselves in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, which presented its own challenges to our little podcast. Little did we know.
The wonders of technology that we can carry on and still be...
We carried on, we rebuilt, we are now remote.
It's not the same. I am missing like having tea together before we start and eating food. But
we'd
you know what? I still get to see your great face.
Situation in our recordings. But look, next best thing. But yes, Anthony talked about, our sensei talked about self-care and how important that is. And I think a very useful episode for the current situation. If you haven't listened or watched yet,
we'll point in that direction. Well, also we need to do a little shout out for Anthony, don't we?
We do. Anthony is actually starting his own podcast. I believe it is called Trust Your Body. So watch this space, this podcast space, because he will soon be coming more.
Oh, it's so exciting. And like, I'm 1,000,000% going to download that podcast and be like listening to it.
Oh yeah.
Every time it comes out.
Yeah.
His voice is so nice, but the words he says, I'm just like, yes, it's what I needed to hear my whole life.
And then our final guest of the season was Tracy Daly, who spoke to us all about soft skills and the importance of soft skills when it comes to interpreting and working with other people and making sure that you're able to find that thing that people actually want to work with you. What is that kind of thing that you offer yourself uniquely that really helps people, gel with you and really want to actually engage and work with you?
And we have to do a double thank you to Tracy for coming onto the podcast and being an amazing guest and having such insight into soft skills, but also we need to thank her for interpreting for Teresa Lynch, the Deaf Interpreter episode, I want to say 3. So big thank you to Tracy for that as well. We super appreciate it.
We really do.
And she did a whopper job.
Oh, what a voice.
What a voice.
What a voice. So smooth. Melting.
And then that was it.
That was it. And here we are now.
Here we are now.
What a journey it's been.
This is like the end of a chapter, but we will be back.
We will be back.
We're kind of masochists in that way. Like it's a lot of work and a lot of energy, but equally it's a lot of fun.
It's so much fun. Oh, what a wonderful way to channel your energy.
And if anyone has any suggestions, thoughts, ideas, please feel free to reach out to us.
And thank you so much
ideas and feedback
to everyone who's already got in touch.
Yeah,
because we have had people get in touch. Remember the first episode, Romy, and we were like, "Oh, maybe no one will watch. Oh, that's okay. Even if it's just one person that watches outside of our close friends and family, that's all right." People have watched. People have listened.
I mean, if you look at the stats that come in, we have listeners obviously in Ireland. That's our predominant market. But then we have the UK. Then we have quite a few in America, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and one time, somewhere in the Republic of China. Somewhere. There was just this random... I'm pretty sure they misspelled something, because... I don't know. But
World
still...
domination.
It's begun. It has truly begun.
But it's wild. Thank you to everyone who has watched and listened to us. I mean, fair play if you've watched and listened to that much of us, really.
Having had to edit us and interpret us, I'm like done.
Fully respect that. But thank you. It means so much.
It does. So much. And speaking of appreciation, we have to say a big thank you to Roy Maguire, who was our technical support for a few episodes throughout the season. So a big shout out to him.
Our technical genius.
A massive token of appreciation, hugs and cuddles to Ciara Grant, the amazing social media guru, fashion guru, support, amazing visual media effects legend of our time.
Romy, you got in before I could get in to say thank you to Romy O'Callaghan, my wonderful co-host, co-world dominator, all-round legend, real-life rock star. The reason that we have a podcast, because she listened to my idea and said, yeah, sure, let's do that, rather than just be like, okay, Ciara, all right with your ideas. Truly no one else would probably put up with me for this amount of time.
It's definitely not a put up. You've got such wonderful
be willing
ideas.
to do more in the future.
And that's it. Season 1
That's it.
done.
All done and dusted. There we are.
Well,
I don't think there's much left to say apart from I've been Ciara.
I've been Romy.
And this has been
The Lead.